would you be in the driver's seat and drive it like this?
That is the form. I made them myself.
That looks wicked. Hello, right, so in this video, me and Adam are taking the Sierra Jelly Cider up to Caffeine and Machine. Gonna go have a beer and a burger and hopefully check out some cars if there's anything else that's turned up. Before we hit the road, we're just gonna swap out our trackside heat shield repair where the turbo melted our oil breather pipe. We'll just put some Funk Motorsport gold Wickham tape on it. That should do this. Have you got a screwdriver?
Yeah.
Sweet. Right, so the oil pipe is fixed. We're just gonna go grab some fuel and some snacks, and then we'll hit the road. Right, ready. On the button. Like a glove. What a glorious day. So how many miles was it? 85. And where is it? Stratford-upon-Avon. Here we go. Hopefully going to also try and check in with my mate Chris, who's building a couple of crazy Mark 1 Fiestas as well, so we'll see if he's about. I think his workshop's literally down the road from Caffeine and Machine, and yeah, I'd like to see what he's been playing around with. We've just installed air conditioning. Ready? There you go. There we got shown. Well, we've made it here in one piece, and that drive was pretty straightforward. We'll go and have a quick look round. This is like the overflow car park. Some big old Jags in it. Cheeky little Mark II Golf. A couple of hopped up Fiestas. Quite a few tables out with covers and stuff. But yeah, do you want to get onto this? I'm liking the old number plate. See that? It's like old letters fastened to the mesh. Bit of view side. Slammed little bus.
so close to like the old muscle car shape.
Yeah, they've done really well, and it is a proper aggressive car. And I love the fact that like these muscle cars are still using all the old live axle pushrod V8s. I legit think those brake discs are bigger than my wheels in the Fiesta. Are they?
Yeah.
They're probably worth more than my Fiesta.
Oh, I was just looking. You can see all that. That's crazy. Fibers.
Just needs a set of name kangs on it.
It's a tyre paint.
Just gonna stick an FBE sticker on there.
I haven't got my vinyl applicator.
Oh no. You got your squeegee?
No, my fluid.
Amateur.
So I get it on straight.
That's it. See how many bubbles you can get.
All the bubbles. Nice, nice.
Yeah, I bet you could fill this place up if it wasn't for like social distancing going on. You get loads of people out. I want to go and have a look inside though, because it's going to be pretty snazzy inside.
It was very much like a
Crazy looking burger bun. Right, we just had a nice cup of coffee. We're gonna shoot off and see my mate Chris and his projects
ended up third quickest here today.
on the way back home.
A big gap, but it was fifth in the end. It was still a very good lap from Lando Norris.
you get so much fun.
Gonna do a donut here and just pepper everyone's cars with stones. Imagine. Don't be a dick. It's basically like a upmarket Ace Caff with nice food, but you're not allowed to do skids and burnouts out the front. That was cool, man. Well worth the trip up here.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Nice burger, nice coffee, good variety of cars to look at. I'm sure it changes on a daily basis, and I think they have like set meets with obviously various groups will go up there and hire out the car park. Never grow tired of that noise. Smells like the countryside round here. On the button. Just popped down to see Chris's toys, and this is one of them. It's going to convert into a camper van. You say it's Cummins diesel lamp in it?
Yeah, 6
Is it 4-wheel drive?
Yeah.
Wicked.
Pretty much go anywhere at the end now.
Even got a turret in the roof.
X40 bolted on the side of it.
Sorry?
Massive 150 horsepower.
Yeah, but what's the torque?
Couldn't tell you actually.
Is it turbo?
Yeah. It's got HX40 on it.
Wicked. You need to compound it.
Oh, you can
Yeah,
get
do
a
awesome.
silly car through these, but I want it reliable. I want to take it around the world.
Yeah, man.
And the whole purpose of this is I can get a Cummins part pretty much anywhere in the world. That is, that's why that needs to be done so quick.
Yeah.
And the wife basically said she's going to divorce us. I don't want to get on this because this is her project as well.
Are you going to put like a full back on it? Yeah.
Everything, yeah.
Because it's a good sized bed.
Yeah. It's going to be longer than this.
Yeah. Is it all solid?
Yeah.
Yeah, wicked. Will it drive? Could you be in the driver's seat and drive it like this?
You probably could.
Everything's still collected.
Yeah, you can drive it now. It hasn't even the keys out in the pocket. It's control. You've got to pull it. There's no liquids. It's literally the simplest setup ever. Basically, just start the zero and
And it'll run. Yeah, just looking at that, this is worth just coming down and having a look around. You just need a big 50 cal machine gun on top of that.
Now we'll climb up. Just jump on the seat and climb through it. I think it's 11 and a half foot.
Mate, this is wicked.
Machine gun.
Yeah.
You can see the mount where
Yeah, here.
the black shield would have went, and the guy basically stands in that seat there and just
Mows all the kids down. This is proper. What year is it, you say?
I think it's 1992 from the chassis code.
Crazy project that Chris has got on the go.
That's my GT4. That I haven't touched it yet, but that's basically fully welding cage, chassis.
Did you do the cage?
Yeah. It's all fiberglass, so you can see all the panels there. Fiberglass boot, fiberglass bonnet, fiberglass wings, doors are fiberglass.
What is it going to be used for? Just track,
But
four-wheel drive, craziness.
this is just filled full of shit.
Oh mate.
It's 50mm tube because that's what I had lying around, but
I like all the gussets and stuff.
I just
And did you bend it all up?
yeah. Well, my friend's got a bender up the road, so I used that. It's the next thing I want to buy is a tube
decent bender, yeah. Bender.
That
looks
it's
wicked.
my friend's RX-7. I'm doing some. Well, convinced him to buy an RX-7. No, convinced him to go single turbo.
Still rotary though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Proper.
So it's a mess. But,
Oh, these are your back seats for the Fiesta. Oh, that's a big boy.
yeah.
They're Borg Warner.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is, but I need to make a manifold. We bought a kit on eBay that apparently fit, but it doesn't fit.
They're the weirdest engines. I'm like fascinated by them.
So that MX-5,
Yeah.
there's two rotaries over there because that's all been built for rotary. That's one of my other projects. So that's again, chassis fully sorted, caged, tubbed.
Oh, that's yours as well, is it?
Yeah.
I told you had some projects. It's like we're stressing about what we've got going on, but this is on another level.
This is my friend CRX, but I'm busy teaching him how to build stuff. So this had some lovely repairs in the past, pop it on arches, and you just can't get parts for these.
Is this the one with a little bit of glass down the back?
Yeah.
So
probably a little bit of glass is probably just floating around because it's not being long stripped. So we've got some parts in Germany. So we've got another one chopped up. So he's busy.
What engine's going in this?
It's got to be.
Well, it runs.
Yeah, it runs. But somebody crashed into it. 5 mile an hour car park thing. Pushed in all of this. And then obviously that's when he realised he had no sill left because it all just sort of crumbled.
What, like rusted away?
So so it's sappheiros for a while because he basically works at, he does transmission calibration at work.
Oh yeah.
So he's never in the country anymore.
Oh yeah, man.
So it's all
there.
It's all there. It should start up. The vacuum cleaner. That's what it sounds like.
I was going to say make sure it's out of gear, but it's got no wheels on it. Dead.
Flat.
She's dead. I'll take your word for it. It's a big old rad on that.
Yeah.
It always amazes me how small some of the Honda radiators are.
Yeah, I've got one lying over there.
So was this MX-5? It has been rotary powered. Are you making it rotary powered?
I'm making it rotary powered, so it's.
It'd be like a Mad Mike Widette style thing.
Yeah. So it's all.
Have you got the rotary engine here?
Two of them. So they're just RX-8 one.
Yeah, but this you can still make.
The thing is, I did that because everyone says you can't do it because it's basically, it is an electrical nightmare. The lube's on the floor down there.
Yeah.
And I was like, of course you can do it.
The,
Put the full fucking lube in.
Anything's possible.
yeah, the
So I
RX-8
bought an
engines
RX-8
are.
running and just basically just took the whole lube out. So I just get it running. Why until it doesn't run.
Yeah, and then pop that one back together.
Yeah, the RX-8 engines. Zach looked into it, and you can still make 400 horsepower out of them. I mean, they're not as good as the 13B.
Yeah. Well, there's still a 13B.
They're still a 13B. They've got like the ports and stuff,
Yeah.
and they're not as like refined as the early engines. Well, the earlier engines.
But if you want to make a good power rotary, you basically do a combination. You make a hybrid.
Yeah.
So this is a scrap lump.
They are weird, and again, they're like the size of a beer keg.
So you can see they're the same. So that's your exhaust port on one usually.
Well, so you can wang a sleeve it, and
Yeah.
you're up and running again.
So what? Well, let's say with them they go through the iron and
Yeah.
your ports there. But they're the largest ports, inlet ports you can get without going peripheral port,
Yeah.
which is like this.
Straight out.
So when you see like a full race one, like you see Mad Mike Riddiman, they've basically bored through the side of the housing here.
Through the water jacket.
Yeah.
And everything. Yeah.
And in there, and they don't last long.
No. But they sound the nuts, and they make big power.
That there, since they went all out on
Yeah.
getting the biggest port they could for an NA one, you use the RX-8 irons with the RX-7 aluminium port housings, and then you create a hybrid motor, which 600 horsepower is a piece of piss.
Out of
So
a
they
twin,
look-
out of a twin rotor.
Yeah,
Wicked.
because they push out that much exhaust gas that you can run silly turbos and not have a problem.
Wicked.
So yeah, that's
Let's have a look at the Fiesta. That's what we're here for.
yeah.
I said you've done well. This has been a
So
week.
I've been three weeks on it now. All
Flat
out.
out. Yeah.
Flat out.
So you cut the boot floor out because that was pretty rotten.
Yeah, it was rotten. So I just got bored and said I'll just do a shitty dishes. It's not finished by any rate. Just folded some sheet up and just send it. Why pay 150 quid for a panel that I don't even care about?
Yeah, you fold it up and job done. And then you've got wow, that floor panel.
Yeah, that's. This, I only bought one panel because I had it on the round and I looked and it didn't look bad on this side. I knew that side was fucked. So I ordered one. I went on eBay and I found nobody was selling right-hand floor pans.
No.
There was loads of left-hand ones. So I thought, and I finally found one. I bought it. I was like, great.
And now you can't find a left-hand one.
Now I can't find the fucking left one. I can buy a pair.
I'll track one down for you, man. So I'm sure Mark's probably got about 6 in his.
I'm either
Stash.
that or I'm just going to just put some sheet metal in. I don't care. This car is not. It's not going to be a show car. This is just being.
So
I'd say it was cheap. It was still an expensive. Well, 1,500 quid I give for it.
Yeah. And you've done sills. You're doing sills.
Yeah,
Just
and
needed
that's
wings.
sills on both sides. Sills on both sides. I haven't finished it because there was no point because I'm tugging it.
Yeah, you put big arches on it as well.
Again, kick panels. Couldn't get any for love nor money, so I was like, right, you don't see him there getting sheet plate in there.
I'll go around the front because you've done all the front panel on it as well, haven't you?
So you're piecing it together. It's not perfect, but since I've got your splitter now.
Yeah, where's that? We've got to offer that up.
I figured all I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim it a bit further down
Yeah.
and then just cut a sliver out here, form it round. I think I'll get it
Pretty close.
to where I want it to be.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to cover them up.
And you stitch welded all the inner
Yeah, it's all been stitched
in the
welded.
engine bay. And you've done the 5-speed cutout. Are you going to be running in a BC box or an IB5 box?
Rear starter, so that's IB5, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's SD170 going. So you can ditch the. You're going to ditch the cradle. You should run the cradle and this mount.
I'm still running it at the moment,
Yeah.
but I've
put
designed
the
that subframe to fit at a later date. Because I basically, how it all started was, I went on Fiesta Mark 1 forum for the first time in years. Matesh was selling full 1.6 conversion.
Oh, I think you said, yeah, it was all
And
the bits.
it was only like 300 quid. And I was like, and he hadn't, well, yes, he knew exactly what he has. You know,
he's got all the
he knows,
toys.
he
He's
knows
got all the
everything,
toys,
but he's
yeah.
just a nice guy. And I said, what shafts and stuff is it? I says, oh, the country. He says, it's just out of the guy called Dan's car, the Orange S.
Yeah.
He says, Paddy did it years ago in this was it. I thought, well, for 300 quid, it's got the subframe and the shafts.
Yeah.
I'm laughing. It's got a 5-speed, and rather than trying to piece the bits together, and I've got the 1.6 over there as well. And I thought, well, if I get all the conversion bits, I'll get a 170, and I'm not fucking on with the blacktop.
Have you got everything else to put in it, like glass?
Yeah.
Bits,
It was
all
on the
trim,
road.
yeah.
It was still MOT. It's well, it doesn't need an MOT now. It's 40 years old.
Are you running a pedal box in it? Are you going to put the servo back in it?
So the servo has shit itself, and I've got a floor mounted pedal box over there.
But then you've got to sit right far back in the seat.
So
And then extend the steering column out and all that jazz. You're just making more, you're like me, you're making more work for yourself.
I don't want this car to be like that. I just want it to be back together quick.
That is what I really want to see, is the Fiesta over there. That's the proper
That's just
project.
a roller kid.
I know,
There's nothing special with it.
but
The plans for that are big, but it's sat like that for 5 years. So this is planned to be 4-wheel drive and
Z-Tech,
Z-Tech
it's going to be a
turbo.
Z-Tech turbo engine with an adapter plate to a Sierra 4-wheel drive gearbox,
which is over there.
Which is
Fuzzy
over there.
box.
and then run the drive shaft forward, and then go into the Sierra
Diffs in
diff.
front.
You've got to seal this side of the diff because it's obviously usually in a sump, and then full. You've been drawing all up the actual space frame in
Yeah, so I've
CAD.
got like, a lot of the tubes and stuff are actually over there, ready to go in. So probably go back. That's it. It's probably 5 years since I actually touched it properly.
What arches are these? These just
They're just foam. I made them myself.
and then you're going to make all that's going to be composite.
Yeah. So they're cracked and damaged off being abused, but basically they made up. I made up the templates, did all the measurements that I wanted.
Yeah.
Started, and this all came about because in one of my previous units, it was generator ran, and the welder just didn't like it. So I was like, well, I'll skip 9 million steps and do some bodywork instead. And I started doing that like 5 years. It needs all redone now. It's fucking.
And you're going to run 17s on it because you've got big brakes and
so
cheap tyres for a 17-inch slip.
Here. That's going on that car. So it's actually off a Sierra touring car. My friend had it as his spare, so Turbonetics 0.4000. I can't remember the trim. I think it's like a 50.
That's going on a front-wheel drive car. Nice.
That's a pedal box I was on about. I've just got lying around. Just got
Nice.
shit. I've got shit falling out everywhere now, to be honest with you. This is all Celica parts, Celica engine. That's all stuff for that. But yeah, I'd have to show my card really. To see the real thing,
You have to send me some like
at the moment,
screenshots.
I built the frame up. The frame's fucked now as well. 'cause it's
Oh, what,
been
this frame?
used. And this is basically set at ride height.
Yeah.
So basically, when this had a floor, and I could just build up, but it was never built. But it was built too quick. And
Again, it's one of those things. Like once you've done it once, you're going to learn how to do
I've built
so
cars
much.
like this for people in the past, like
Yeah.
that was in my past job. But yeah, this has just sat for so long. It needs some time and love. But I've got a million other things to do.
I see that. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I bet it was a pretty solid shell before you hacked the whole floor out.
This shell was. I've had this car 13 years.
Yeah.
So, in fact, I can show you how mint the shell is. Of what's left when you've got flip panels like that. The car had 27,000 miles on it. I bought it from Leicester. I did 225 quid for it and drove it back. And it was a spare shell originally from a rally car I had.
Yeah.
And what I started doing was I started making this shell, spare shell in case I ever rolled it, the other one. So I just put all the bits into it and be out again, but uni got in the way after that.
It's always the
Moved
way.
down
And
here
then life, and then work, and then.
And then I thought, I'll build a rear wheel drive. When I sold the rally car, I had that. And then I started doing it. I thought, this is shit. The engine sits too high. I'm actually going to use it if I put some power through it with that. I thought, let's make it 4-wheel drive. And that just made it even worse, trying to put the shaft through the sun. And that's when it just started escalating back.
And it would end up being like a time attack type thing when it's all done.
Yeah. Well, literally, the whole idea is that there'll not be a single panel. The only thing that'll be left is the air posts. Because the front end will be a full clamshell, the rear quarters will be just riveted on.
Are you going to do Cosy back diff?
So it's a Cosy diff, yeah.
Yeah, and then all custom.
Yeah, but the way I've designed it is basically the cage, the rear stairs will tie into the diff.
Yeah.
And then my wishbones tie onto the diff, so it's really, so I've got long arms for better camber control and so on. Don't need the weight of anything else.
No.
And
then a full like flat under tray
floor.
Venturi at the back, big diffuser.
So
And didn't you say like the Venturi has to start?
it starts at your centre of pressure, which tends to be around your centre of mass. So you'd probably start your Venturi probably about this part along the car, usually.
And then just go
Start coming back up.
cut all the back out.
You can run it through in like ANSYS and whatever. If you stick to basic wheels, you're pretty alright. It's not going to be anything crazy, but it'll just be.
I don't know. It looks pretty crazy already. And there's literally like a tenth of a Fiesta in.
Yeah. I just need to get on with it.
Yeah, man.
I think the biggest mistake I ever did was actually buy that cage. Don't buy a custom cage.
Oh really?
It doesn't fit. Centre section.
Yeah.
And then you'll have just basically pack tubes like this that come off to the front, top and bottom.
And you're doing it on board like cantilever style shocks and
It's basically
big wheels. Did you say you had monster calipers and stuff?
Yeah, I've got some old Escort Cosworth WRC items. And I've been looking at bits and bobs off this because this had like.
You've been robbing stuff off of this to get that one, right?
Yeah, so this boot, because I'm never going to use it on this, is going on that.
Yeah.
That one's rotten.
Fair
I've
enough.
had it that long.
It's a big undertaking, that's the problem. At least that one, you can see the end is in sight, whereas it's got a lot of work to be done.
And the thing is, I've got a lot of bits for it.
It's just time.
It's time. And the scary thing is actually makes sense. It isn't a lot of work. Like once I actually start building up the frame,
Yeah.
the bodywork.
Yeah, but it'll be stuff like.
I could have it rolling fairly quick if I wanted it to.
Yeah.
Let's say I've got the tubes, I've got everything. It's just actually having the will to do it.
Yeah. And not all the other projects in the way.
It look like I've just hacked about a shitty piece of card.
Yeah, send over the CAD, definitely. I want to see what the plans are. It is ambitious, I won't lie to you, but
It's very much one of those ones. Most people we know, if we saw a Fiesta in this shape,
it will be going on the back of a truck and getting weighed in. Yeah, you got to have vision.
I've had it that long.
Yeah.
I can't see the bottom. It's the most expensive, as far as I'm concerned, it's the most expensive Fiesta shell in the UK as it is. I've stored it for 13 years now, so
Yeah.
you know, even if it was 100 quid a month, it's.
You're dedicated. It's got to be done. Yeah, we had to offer everything out just to see what's going to look like. Currently, I don't think the wheel will be touching the floor with that front splitter on it. But that does look cool. Are you going to keep the dishes black or are you going to polish them up?
I haven't decided. I might keep them black.
Yeah.
Just because it's easy for me. So. I'm not the type of person who washes my cars or anything.
No,
they go out, they get
I
abused, and as soon as they started getting like any form of lacquer peel or anything, I'd just be sick of my life. This isn't going to work, is it?
That's right. I get the idea. That looks cool. Trust me.
It's not going to be a short car. It's going to be.
Right tape for the job though. That looks wicked. Right, just grabbed some fuel and yeah, it was good to see all Chris's crazy projects. That's pretty much it for this video. We're just gonna head all the way back down the M40, put the car away. Yeah, until next time, I'll catch up with you guys later. Take it easy.